What is up, Pokemon people? I am with you guys today for another episode of Trainer on the Road. It's been a long time since we did a Trainer on the Road episode, since, I haven't been driving to tournaments because they haven't been happening. But right now I'm on my way to Aldi's, and so I figured I'd bring you guys an episode because today we got some crazy news. Because all of the Pokemon competitive play stuff is canceled until after August, we weren't sure whether or not we were going to be getting a rotation. And the news has come in from the Pokemon company saying that they are indeed going to be doing a rotation. So once we actually do get back to playing competitively, hopefully, post the month of August, we will be playing in a rotated format. That is beginning with Team Up. So it's the normal rotation that would have happened. And the sets that we'll be losing are Ultra Prism, Forbidden Light, Celestial Storm, Dragon Majesty, and Lost Thunder, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. So I think the biggest disadvantage to this rotation is that, we're getting this set Rebel Clash. Rebel Clash technically comes out this Friday, I believe, May 1st. And so we are completely losing the opportunity to play Rebel Clash cards with cards from those sets because there are no events, or at least in-person events, going on during the Ultra Prism to Rebel Clash format. That's kind of insane. The other thing is, the sets that we're losing are super good. We're talking about sets that have severely shaped our format. There are still several decks that rely on cards from those sets, and we're going to be straight up losing archetypes by losing these sets. So I think the first one that springs to mind for me is we're actually going to be losing Malamar, which is kind of crazy. Malamar has been a set for or a deck for a long time, but that's in Forbidden Light. We will be losing Malamar. There are some cards in Rebel Clash that were actually hyped to make Malamar even better. Thinking like Dragapult V Max was said to be a card that would see play with Malamar, but Malamar is going to be gone, so I guess that's not the case anymore. We're also seeing some cards like Oranguru rotate, and Oranguru is a card from Ultra Prism that lets you reshuffle resource management, lets you reshuffle some cards from your discard pile onto the bottom of your deck. Pretty much every control deck was playing this so that they wouldn't deck themselves out, and so that they could keep using things like Mars, like their hammers, like Belelba Bryson Man, stuff like that. But we're going to be losing that. Thinking Lost Thunder, there are several cards from Lost Thunder that are notable, but I think the biggest thing that we're losing for that would be our lightning support. Talking about Electro Power in probably the highest slot of things that we're losing, where you can just do 30 extra damage if you're a lightning Pokemon. Basically gave lightning decks an opportunity to do up to 120 extra damage in one turn, which was one of the reasons why they saw so much play. They're also losing the Stadium Thunder Mountain Prism Star, which made their attacks one cheaper. Sounds to me like Pikarom is looking like it's probably not going to be viable in this format, even though the card Pikachu and Zekrom itself is from Team Up and will still be legal. So that's a huge loss there with Lightning decks taking a massive hit with losing that Lost Thunder stuff. And then Dragon Majesty, we're looking at losing some stuff too. I mean, we've got Fiery Flint from there, which was one of the things that made Baby Blound so good, because you could just search for 4 fire energies right there. But we're also losing Quagsire, so anybody that is a Nagquag fan like I am, you're losing Quagsire, so that's kind of a big deal. Nagquag literally won't be a thing because Quagsire won't be legal. And speaking of Nagquag, Naganadel, or Naganoodle, as I like to call him, will also be rotating. That was a card from Lost Thunder, and that's not going to be here. So here's the thing, right? This is kind of just like an overview video, some serious archetypes that are going to take hits, but I think that there's definitely more to talk about. And so I'm going to be bringing you guys some videos with the top 10 cards from each set that we're going to be losing. And hopefully that'll help you guys prepare for this. Hopefully it'll just give you a little bit of information about everything that's going on. And I know for me it's going to make me sad because I started playing the game or competitively at least, in Forbidden Light. Like, that was the season where I started really trying to get competitive with the game, and there's a lot of cards from these sets that I personally just really like because I have a lot of memories of them playing at the early tournaments I went to and all of those types of things. But so I'm going to be sad making these videos. However, I'm also kind of pumped to see the landscape change. Malamar has been a pain in my butt for a long time. Being somebody that played Mew Mew, Malamar has a really good matchup against Mew Mew. It's one of the reasons why Malamar is so good. Also, being somebody that likes Nuzzle, Malamar is basically an auto loss when you're playing Nuzzle. So, you know, I'm not going to shed too many tears over Malamar. I do like Malamar as a deck. I think it's fun to play. I'm actually playing it online right now. But I'm excited to see the landscape change. But I'm also kind of sad. One of the first decks that I ever played was Malamar Ultra Necrozma. And obviously that's not going to be a thing because there's no Malamar or Ultra Necrozma. So here's the deal. In the description, why don't you guys tell me what you think is going on? There were a lot of people on both sides where some people said, hey, we should hold off on that rotation. Some people said, hey, we should do the rotation because otherwise it'll be kind of broken when we go back. What did you think? Are you excited about this? Are you nervous about this? Do you think it was a good decision to do a rotation? And if you don't think it was a good decision, why don't you think it's a good decision? And if you do think it's a good decision, why is it a good decision? So let's have a little bit of discussion in the comments. I think that's going to be cool. Personally, in answer to that question, I think they had to do a rotation. I was kind of hoping that they would postpone the rotation until like January. So I was kind of like in the middle. I think a rotation needed to happen, but I was hoping that it wouldn't happen in August like we normally get, but it has been announced that it is going to be in August. And so I'm a little sad that I'm not going to get the opportunity to play Rebel Clash cards with cards that should have been in the format with them. The Malamar Dragapult VMAX deck was actually something that I was kind of interested in. I still think that card's going to be insane, but maybe less so without Malamar, because I think Malamar was probably the best way to play it. But it's going to be interesting. I think they made a good choice overall. I think this was better than saying no rotation, but I also kind of would have preferred like maybe a hybrid. But I get that that could mess some stuff up for the company's long-term plans. So what you gonna do? I think this was a fine decision though. Like I said, I think they had to do it. So what decks are you the most disappointed that you won't be able to play? So 2 questions. 1, do you agree with rotation? 2, what decks are you most disappointed that you won't be able to play? I think Dragapult VMAX with Malamar might be one of the ones. Nuzzle with Bolton V looks amazing. It may still look okay, but now we're going to be losing Pachirisu, so I'm pretty upset about that actually. Pachirisu is leaving, which possibly will make Nuzzle non-viable, even though the Emolga is staying in format. But we'll see what happens. So that is the news, the big news. Tell me what you guys think about it. Tell me what decks you're the most disappointed about not being able to play. I'm gonna run into Aldi and get some bacon, and then when I get home, I'm gonna start going to work on some of those videos. So definitely be watching for those videos in the future. If you've not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave me a comment. And if you haven't been checking out our opening, especially our Pack-A-Day opening initiative that's been going on every single day, I will link that playlist in the description. Make sure you check out the channel for all kinds of opening news. We just did a top 10 best Pokeball list, just all kinds of stuff going on the Unison Games channel. Make sure you tune into it so that you don't miss any. So definitely like this video, subscribe to this channel, and yeah, Rebel Clash is coming out. I should be with you guys pretty soon. You're always welcome to say what cards you're the most hyped for in Rebel Clash. But until the next video, which should be coming very soon, I'll see you guys later. Be sure to keep doing your Pokemon thing, and have a good one. Stay safe and stay healthy. See you guys.